Dota is a sick mental game. It brings out the best and the worst in you. I strongly believe that if I woke up in the morning and I had to play the TI final, I would play the best Dota of my life. That's all that would matter to me. If I played my very best, nothing else would matter.
Ladies and gentlemen, in this episode, Crystal's Chronicle will methodically, surgically, strategically argue and state that Notail, OG's captain, Big Daddy Notail, Johan, is the greatest Dota player to ever live. This episode is unlike any other, so make sure you tune in. And if you like this kind of content, make sure you subscribe to stay updated to Dota 2. We all have seen Team OG win back-to-back international, back-to-back championships. Out of the history of the international, there's not a single team that has repeated it twice. But Johan, with his Team OG, he has.
To be the 18th most likely to win TI, and they've just gone and done it.
They don't believe it. You look at the booth, they look
They've
stunned.
just gone and done it.
That was...
A team that was shaken up months before this event.
They just
Ripped
formed.
apart.
They just reformed the team.
Thompson, he's only been playing for a couple of days.
His
And
earnings
now
were
he's with
$3,000 before this.
Oh my goodness. OG.
Congratulations
OG.
to OG. They deserve it.
Now, for the time being, for this section of this argument, we're gonna look at specifically Johan and his experience. You see, other players have a ton of experience. Some that come into mind is Liquid's Kuroki, or now captain of NIGMA. He has been playing since a long time, and he also has been to many different international finals. Then there's Puppy from Na'Vi. He's also another captain, a very experienced mind in the game. But none of them, no one, has reached or won the international 2 times, the goal of holding the Aegis. But Johan Notail has. Next, we'll look at beyond experience, and we'll look at the knowledge of the game, understanding the game.
It comes down to a half a second where you just can't predict what's going to happen. You try to look at everything as pieces and pawns. You try to look at it as simply the game. Who ended up winning the mental warfare always won the series. That's how you're going to win tournaments. That's how you win the tournament. If you break the other mind, it gets really easy. Some minds are really hard to beat, though.
If you listen to what Notail talks about, he specifically talks about Dota strategy, how it's a mental warfare, not anything else. The team that's able to break the enemy's will is the ultimate winner.
Starting to be forced back. They have got X-Nova and FY back in the game now. No Echo Slam or Global. The Ancient is exposed. As OG, the Nimbus set up the shockwave from Seb, gets themselves another, they're onto the Ancient. OG. OG.
They've done it. They have done it.
Have done it. The power of flowers and friendship. Have done it here, ladies and gentlemen. Your grand champions of TIA. It's OG.
And he says by game number 5, we were able to defeat or break the Chinese grand finalists. Yes, LGD Gaming. He says it right as he watches the true sight of TI8 presented by Dota 2.
If you break the other mind, it gets really easy. Some minds are really hard to beat, though.
Okay.
Game 5.
But I try hard.
Game 5, we did it, man.
So hyped.
Game 5.
But I try hard.
Game 5, we did it, man.
So hyped.
Now, another thing that I want to add on to is that Notail knows that this game is not about being flashy, is not about taking over, is not about coming up with crazy strategies. No. He knows it's a game made to think. You have to think the game. You have to understand the game. You have to understand patterns, trends. You have to understand how enemies behave. Dota as much as it takes skill, there's a far greater superior aspect, and that's the mental fortitude, the ability to outthink and outsmart an enemy. And notail not only has done it once at TI8 finals, but he has done it twice. He has outsmarted every single enemy by his strategic manner.
Come on, man. It's game 5. Have fun. Yes, yes. I fucking knew it.
Yeah, yeah. You actually called it.
I fucking knew it.
You called it that they felt bad.
No, but I had the same headache, man. I think most people who played that game had a really heavy head afterwards.
Yeah. Too much focus.
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Now the third part that sets notail apart, it's his ability to communicate. Let's listen to this part. Communication. Talking to another person. You know, when you go to an interview, you have to communicate. You have to talk to the interviewee and say, hey, this is what I can do and this is how I can help you. Well, notail is able to do that. He's able to talk in a way that brings everybody together. As you notice in the interviews, as you notice as he talks to his teammates throughout every true sight, every moment, you notice notail has a big voice. He has that ginormous voice that sounds like a 60-year-old grandfather that knows everything. Now this is an important trait that sets notail apart from every other captain. It's his voice, it's his ability to bring people together. Now because he has this powerful gift, he's able to bring a carry, a player that's like OG Ana, who doesn't talk much, but he's able to bring him in and make him his star player. Then he's able to bring his coach, who he believes to be a powerful asset, as a position 3 offlane. And he continues to have faith in Jerax, a renowned position 4 player. Faith beyond any belief. And because of that faith, it led to gaining Thompson, another great player. So OG notail again is communicating with each of his members as parts of one entire body of work, a team. And he's able to bring every part together to fit perfectly, a perfect matching puzzle. And that's what he does. Let's continue with the analogy of a body or a part of a puzzle. Let's make the body, the human body, the puzzle, the full puzzle. So, which members of OG fit the puzzle? Let's take the arms or the swords, the blades of a warrior, of an attacking team. That's OG Ana. He is the strength, the fire. Then you have Jerax, a supporting action star figure, like the feet of the body. Without the feet, you cannot move. Jerax makes Team OG go. Then you have Seb, the core, the body's interior aspect. And then you have Thompson, perhaps another sheath. Maybe he's the sheath of the blade. He is the 1-2 punch of OG Ana. Now, which part are we missing? Which part of the body that is the most vital part have we missed out? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's the brain. It's the CPU. It's the processor of the entire being, of the entire puzzle. The main part. Without the head, the team does not thrive. The next part we want to argue is between his teammates. Because what other Dota 2 professional players have won the international 2 times? Yes, it's in fact his own team members. Now that begs for the question, which member of Team OG is the greatest Dota 2 player ever? Now, what sets notail apart from all of them, it's very clear, and I'm going to tell you why. Okay, let's start with OG Ana, who many people think is the greatest Dota player ever. He's the Dota god. That's what they think and say. Okay, alright, so OG Ana is a pure attacker, a carry player. He is not the brains of the team. He is not the person that brings everybody together. He is not what notail is. You see, OG Ana has one job, and one job only, is to find a way to destroy the enemy, just pure attacking. But he doesn't have to think the game. He doesn't have to do the extracurricular activities that is needed for a team to be victorious. You see, notail is bringing everyone together. Notail is creating the team.
Why should you become weaker from doing this once? You can stamp it again.
Because you're satisfied with yourself.
Because you're satisfied.
So you're weak now. You had this infinite source of motivation. Now it's not there anymore. You know?
But the way I see it is that it's still there. You just chose to let it go.
So flame me a little bit, man.
He is thinking about the game and which parts of the puzzle is needed. However, Ana is just a pure attacker. Give him a carry role and he will deliver. So that's the difference between notail and Ana. Ana could perhaps go down as the most skilled carry in the game, and that is a good argument because they play different positions. But the greatest player to ever play the game is Johan Notail, Big Daddy Notail, the captain, the thinker of the team. Now the next player we could go to is Jerax and Thompson and of course Seb, which anyone can argue to be the greatest player ever as well. And they're all valid arguments, but again, they're lacking something that notail does not. And that's part of the experience. Thompson just recently came in the last 2-3 years, so he doesn't have as much experience as the other guys. So we could take him out of the equation quickly. Then you have Jerax, a position 4 player. Now, Jerax is a phenomenal player, a very skillful player. But we have never seen him as a captain role, a leadership role. And because we have never seen him at that role, he cannot be at the level that Johan is at. And the last part is Seb. Seb, who was an ex-coach, who also has a lot of experience, by the way, in Dota professional gaming, but he has not played as many big games as Notail has. And that's what sets him apart. You see, at the end of the day, the biggest comparison or the biggest captain argument or biggest differentials comes from Notail, it comes from Liquid Karaoke, it comes from Puppy. These are the 3 big names. But Johan has surpassed them all. Johan, aka Notail, he has surpassed them all. Now think about it. He has won it twice. He has created a team with perfect synchronization, and he continues to have beautiful communication skills.
Everybody who's watching Dota, even in the public games, when we have our good and bad experiences, it's all part of the journey. Yeah, I mean, we all do it to just see how far the game can go, see how far we can push each other and ourselves. And this game is so wonderful. This game is so crazy. What can be done? I'm just gonna leave it with the Ana IO. Look what's possible.
OG IO.
So this one, it's still sinking in.
And one last part I just want to talk about, and that's bigger than the game. That's bigger than life, and perhaps we all can take it with us as a form of a learning point, something that we could take on for the next chapter in our life. And that's motivation. Motivation in anything you do, anything you are passionate about, anything that you love. That's what Notail has, ladies and gentlemen. He truly, truly loves the game in a way that's not normally understandable. But you can tell that Notail has found the it factor in life. He has found what he was meant to do in life, and that is to be a captain. That is to enjoy playing Dota to another level. And this is why he was able to manufacture this beautiful team that's never been heard of. In the history of Dota, no team has won it twice, and Notail was the mastermind. He created it all. And this is why he is the greatest player, the greatest Dota intellect, the greatest strategist in Dota international history. I hope you guys like this video. Make sure you subscribe to Crystalist Chronicle for more epic content. Until next time, I'm out. You are very special. You have made it to the end of the video. Subscribe to Crystalist Chronicle for more Dota content.
group of guys. I woke up the other day and I thought to myself, like, what would it be like to play Dota with another team? That was a very depressive thought because I wouldn't change a single thing. I wouldn't change anything. These guys, they got my back. Remember why you sat down to play for the first time and why you keep sitting down to play. I mean, maybe you forget along the way. I have forgotten along the way, but it's a game that I truly love, and I'm sure that I'm not the only one. There's so many players. Just the good parts again. Focus on the positivity, enjoy the games, enjoy your teammates. Don't queue for the next game if you're in a bad mood and you know it's going to be a bad game. Queue if you're looking for the fun, if you're looking for something good, if you're looking for that nice game or nice experience. And that doesn't mean winning. Some of the best games are still spent losing, and yeah, some people get caught up in that as well. Play for fun, have fun, enjoy it.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, you're welcome.